Red Larsen here for the Dreamcatcher podcast. I welcome back my friend Brian Burkhardt. Welcome.
Howdy.
We've been having fun. This podcast is going to be fun because we've already had a lot of fun coming over to Ace. We're at the Blue Moon, and I want to thank them for hosting me here. And he's having mango,
Mango smoothie.
and I'm of course having my coffee and gonna have a muffin in a little bit. So this is number two. So we had some good conversations, and he's a future politician here. But yeah. So Brian, what's been since we last talked? What's been going on in your life?
Uh, Not too much, just working mainly.
And you're maybe going to start a new job next week.
Yeah,
You're kind of into welding,
yeah.
but we're on the way over. We were talking about. I was saying I could see you as a politician, and is that something you would? So what kind of politician?
Um, Probably for sure conservative. That's for sure.
I can see that. Would you want to be like from Nebraska, or would you want to be another state?
Another state.
Okay.
I'm probably leaving Nebraska here.
So what state would you like to be from?
Um, Maybe Texas.
I could see you in Texas. So what part of Texas do you like? Or do you like all parts of Texas?
I try to avoid the bigger cities.
No Dallas or all that stuff. Okay. So what part of? I mean, do you like Southern Texas or?
I haven't got a problem with Southern Texas. Last time I was in Texas, I was in Pampa,
Okay. Okay.
which is closer to the border of Oklahoma.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So that's cool. But so I've got a question for you. So if money were no object, and I mean, what would you do with that money? I mean, you had all the money in the world.
So if I had all the money in the world, um, I'd for sure give me a nice ranch,
Okay.
nice pickup,
Nice.
couple horses, horse trailer, and then some cattle, and then I don't know what I'd do with the rest.
So would you do something to help people, or would you do anything like that, or would you open a business?
Possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure really.
Okay. So I know I asked in the first podcast, what dreams growing up?
So, well, I had a lot. So when I was little, I wanted to be in the army at one point, Marines at another point.
Oh wow.
Wanted to be a welder, wanted to be a police officer, wanted to be an astronaut, wanted to be the president, wanted to be...
Awesome.
I had a lot of things.
So okay, we got a list here. So when's the date and time for all these?
Who knows?
So you still want to be an astronaut?
No,
Okay. President.
maybe.
Okay. Okay, that's awesome. So what would you as president? What would you do as president? One of your very first things.
For sure, be sure our border is very secure.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. You have to have
And
support.
stop as much drug trafficking as possible.
Yes. So I mean, and the first lady, you got first lady in mind here?
Kinda.
Yeah. And we talked about how many kids. Let's see, would you say 8 or 9 on the way over?
Mm-mm. Nope, probably like 2, 3.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. And you have siblings.
I have one half sibling that he's currently in jail, and then I got 2 that are down in Texas.
Okay. Do you see them ever, or
No,
probably maybe?
only one I've seen is Danny. He's in jail.
That's not good. So can you help him out, or do you want to help him out?
Well, his bond is 10,000, but that's probably 10% of that, which is just 1,000. So
Okay, that's
I
not so
could
bad
probably bond him out, but I don't know on how
Okay.
long he'd be able to be out till he actually gets sentenced.
Okay. So is there something that I mean, you're still 16 still?
Yeah,
Okay, because when do you come 17?
in January.
That's what I thought. So at your young age, what are some things you haven't done you still want to do? You got your whole life basically.
Skydiving.
Skydiving?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Okay, so when we going?
I don't know. When do you want to go?
Okay. I know my wife said no way. She joined me on the ground, but oh, the skydiving though. Okay, I'd have to do that. So have you always wanted to skydive?
Not really, but I kind of want to do it. Just try it.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So, so I could tell like with what went on yesterday, you have a big heart. So and you like to help people. So do you help any organizations out around locally?
So, I run a truck group. We call it Midwest Perfections. We do
Okay.
like truck meet stuff like that. We'll do like fundraisers and stuff, and we'll give most of that money to like children's hospitals, stuff like
Awesome.
that.
Yeah. How long you been doing that?
Well, we just start. So originally, before we changed it to Midwest Perfections, we called it the Redneck Cartel.
Okay.
Which that was when we didn't really do all that. But when we changed it to Midwest Perfections, we started doing that. We started doing that probably, I want to say, May,
Okay.
somewhere between May and April or
Okay.
something.
Very recently. So that's awesome. So how do are you online or how do people find out what you're doing there?
So we make flyers online. We'll post them throughout town. We'll post them online, everything like that on all of our socials, everything.
Nice. Very nice. So do you have local events? Do you have you done any of those yet?
So we haven't done any real local, but we've done one in Grand Island.
Okay, cool.
We have one that was supposed to be in Ogallala, but we ended up canceling that one because we ended up doing a merger with one in Colorado
Okay.
on September 6th. That one was because there was a bull riding truck show and a band there.
Wow. Just a few things there.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And if you were a part of our truck group, you'd get discounts on tickets and everything. It was like a 35% discount.
That's a big discount.
Yeah. And then we got a couple of meets. We got one in Florida, one in Alabama, one in Kansas, one in Colorado, going
Very cool.
and everything like that.
That's awesome. I love reading. That is so cool. That doesn't surprise me. So, I mean, you come off it as an awesome cowboy, but I've seen the other side too. So, I mean, is your dad kind of that way too?
My dad, he's not as he's not as much of like a, I'm counted, I think, more as an entrepreneur or whatever, because I
Okay.
come up with a bunch of things and I end up doing them.
Okay.
He kind of does that, but kind of not at the same
If he
time.
doesn't do the actual implementation, yeah,
Yeah.
easy for me to say. So, so do you have any other big ideas you're thinking about?
Well, I also started up a rodeo group as well.
Okay.
So we call that one like Midwest Perfections, it's Midwest Riders.
Okay.
And we have patches that are being made for our shirts and vests and everything like that.
Awesome. That's really awesome. So, okay, I'm not going to bring up what actually went on yesterday, but how do you think as a country we get back to having less of that or more towards believing God?
Yeah.
How do you think? Because I actually talked to a gal at a church yesterday and how the kids, they do their confirmation and they never see him again. And how do we get back as a country back to more godly ideas?
See, the problem is most people, they quit following in the Word of God. For example, the LGBTQ community, everything like that.
Yeah.
Like with that, people get mad at me when I say that I don't believe in that. Because it goes against what's in the Bible. In the
Right.
Bible, it's Adam and Eve,
Mm-hmm.
not Adam and Steve,
Yeah, true. Very true.
and not Eve and Eve.
Yeah.
So, people get mad at me over that, but I'm always telling them, well, I mean, in the Bible, it doesn't say man and man, it doesn't say woman and
No,
woman, it
that's
says
true.
man and woman.
Yeah.
Therefore, you are not following in the commandment of that,
True.
and people get irritated over that, but it is what it is.
It is. Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest problems is people stopped following in the Word of God.
I would
And
agree.
instead, they ended up going in the like jungle or whatever, and
Pretty much whatever they want.
yeah, they
whatever.
start doing what they want to instead of following in the commandments.
Okay, I like that. Did you ever? Okay, I just had this. Would you want to ever be the clergy of a church, minister or preacher? Or?
I haven't really gotten into that one now.
Okay.
I go to First Christian Church there in
Okay,
Minden.
which one? Yeah, that's nice church. So, that's awesome because so many people. I was telling this gal yesterday. I grew up with that basis. I would be lost if I didn't, and right where I'm at now, if I didn't have that as growing up. And I just see so many lost people.
Yeah.
And that's why I do this podcast. I want to help as many people, and I believe you do too.
And another issue is people, they can't handle people speaking their minds nowadays anymore. So
It's true.
pretty much it's a situation of, oh, you don't like this, we're going to try and harm you, whatever.
Pretty much seems like.
Because when it's our First Amendment right to freedom of speech, but yet they won't try and take that away from you because they don't want you to have your own opinion.
Yeah. How did we get to that ideal? Where people have that feeling that it's like,
See, it seems like the problem with that one, it's more of a liberal point of view, is when they kind of seem to have more opinion of being against our First Amendment right.
Seems like it. I don't know how do we come together as a country? How do we?
That's the thing is we're supposed to be United States, one country is one or whatever it is. But yeah, it seems like people have grown so separate away from each other.
Very much.
And have gone so much against each other over political views, anything like that. Like, I don't care who you voted for, but you still shouldn't harm other people
Amen.
or anything, whatever.
Yeah, it's right there. Thou shalt not kill. Right? It's
Yeah.
just like, but seems like we've gotten to the point where that doesn't apply to me when I want to do something like that.
Yeah, with like what happened yesterday, that shouldn't have happened there.
Never.
And thing is, like, the only time that someone should actually be harmed in something is if they're like, let's say, like Osama bin Laden, a terrorist group, where they're harming other people. That's when they need to have action taken. But
I agree.
if it's someone, and the thing is with that guy, most of his stuff was mainly him speaking about God and the Bible and everything like that. He was more of I saw a video of him. Someone asked him if he ever was to pass, how he would want to be remembered.
Mm-hmm.
He said something about he wanted to be remembered by his faith in the Lord and everything like that.
Nice. Very nice. And I wish because we talked whenever I had really never, I think I'd seen him before, but I didn't really ever had anywhere I crossed paths and got into his content. And I definitely will now.
Yeah.
And it's too bad it took that for me to realize how awesome and family. His family looked really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He looks awesome too.
He had a good family, but someone couldn't handle his opinion, his views, so they ended up taking his life through that. And sad thing is, his family's gonna have to live with that because all of them were there watching that in the front row too.
And can you imagine that? That's how would you ever get that out of your head, being especially a child? It's like that's daddy,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's too bad. So, when you become president, how are you going to deal with that? I have this feeling you're going to do a lot of really good things for this country and the world. I do.
I'm not really sure on how to deal with that because you kind of have to look at it with the standpoint of you have to get the people to actually come back together as one. Instead of being separate as just a bunch of individuals. Like, no matter your political views, that's the issue, is people focus so much on whether you're liberal, you're conservative, and so
yes, they do.
they'll end up in a whole feud about that. Like me, I'm a conservative, but yet
Me too.
I still won't ever wish harm against any liberals, anything like that.
Me either. No, I can see you. Your path looks really pretty awesome. So I can definitely see you doing all that. Like I said on the way over, I'm doing win. So no, and I probably you never had it. Growing up, it's not like you had a lot of things you wanted to do. So when's the rest of the list get done? You got any dating times for those?
Not really. I'm kind of just working forward, just kind of doing things as to pace.
So you said probably going to start a welding job next week.
Yeah.
So so will that take all your time?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Probably between 5 to 12 hours a day or something.
Okay. Not
Not
too bad.
too bad. And it's pretty good money too. So
That sounds like a really good deal. So in your spare time, you can, like, when you're welding, you can be thinking about all these ideas and all the stuff you're gonna do. And I don't know, I keep pushing that, but Brian, I really see a lot for you. So I think that's why we cross paths too.
yeah,
And
yeah, I bet you a mechanic shop
Yeah,
and just kind of start talking.
well, I know, yeah, it's just, and God works in mysterious ways. What was the likelihood that I was there, you were just coming there, and we hit it off and really good conversation that day. And
Yeah.
you're very easy to talk to, extremely easy to talk to. And I'm less honored that God passed our paths. So now on a less serious thing, we were talking about cars. We were talking about a couple awesome vehicles. So the Dukes of Hazzard and
The smoking.
Yeah.
Trans Am.
so you got some of those located?
No, I haven't located any. I actually know someone in St. Paul that has the Trans Am.
Okay,
It's a little bit messed up, but I might see about trying to get it off of them.
nice.
And then I have to find that 69 Charger.
Yeah. If I see those going around town, I'll say there's good Brian.
Yeah.
You'd probably be discreet. So you're gonna be like jumping all this stuff in and like that.
I don't know about that one.
So,
I don't really want a vent frame.
no, I understand. Especially like we were talking, those are like an investment. So what are some other things we were talking like some other things you like to do? I mean, are there some other things you haven't told me that you like to do?
Well, as you know, rodeo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Cross, quad racing.
Okay, what's quad racing?
Like racing four-wheelers.
Yeah,
That.
that is okay. It's called that. Okay, did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I also like to build like up trucks and stuff, like that Silverado you seen at
Mhm.
the house. I've been building on that. I put strobe lights on it.
Nice.
The wheel welds.
Was that the one that she saw on Facebook? You put that picture with the, kind of the reddish color. That's
Yeah.
sweet. That's nice.
It has a We the People sticker on the front windshield. Has a Locally Hated sticker on the back windshield.
Okay.
That truck I switched out the stock antenna for a bullet antenna. I
Okay.
also got a CB antenna for it, but I don't use that because it doesn't really look good on that truck. I think that's more of just the length or something, or just the way that the truck is built right now. It just
Okay.
doesn't look right.
Okay.
But that truck motor wise, I put aftermarket headers, injectors,
Wow.
a different turbo in it.
Okay.
Has a stage 5 tuner chip in it. I have
Nice.
aftermarket transmission in it, which is like a performance transmission for it.
Right.
Put different cats in it, different gaskets. I also
And you've done this all yourself?
yeah.
Wow.
And then I also put a 2-step in it, which that sets 2 rev limiters.
Okay.
Constantly, you can like kind of hit the gas pretty much or whatever to that rev limiter.
Okay.
It'll, pretty much kind of shoot a flame and sound like a gunshot going off.
Oh, really?
It also has
Wow.
a launch control in the truck, and when we bought the truck, it has a sport mode switch in it.
Wow. So you did this all yourself. Would you ever want to do that as your profession?
Not as my profession. I just like building.
kinda like-
I like building show trucks and stuff.
I think it probably lose wanting to do it if you had to do it for a profession. So I mean, that is awesome. So you got something else coming up that you still want to build?
So here, soon, I'm either gonna buy a 2003 GMC Duramax
Okay.
or a like 2nd gen Cummins or a 4th gen Cummins.
Okay.
And if I get one of the Cummins, I'm gonna flatbed it and put a welder on the back or anything like that. Probably put on some like different rims and tires
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
Window tint, all that stuff.
Nice.
If I get the Duramax, I'm gonna lift that thing up a lot. Probably throw it on some 38s or something,
Wow.
and maybe like 16 wides.
So where do you do this work at?
I usually go out to Palmer. We got a shop out
Oh, do you? Okay. Okay. Because I was gonna say you would need like a shop to do that stuff you're talking about.
Yeah,
So from Minden, where you're living now, how far is Tacoma?
about almost an hour and 50 to 2 hours.
Okay, getting close to 2 hours. Okay. So, and that's close, you said, to St. Paul? Okay. So, no, I'm just, so do you have any other, well, we talked about some of them on the way over, but, things you'd like to pursue? I mean,
Well, there's pipeline welding, underwater welding,
okay.
cattle ranching,
Okay, you do cattle ranching then. Okay,
Yeah, and that's pretty much kind of all of it.
it's quite a bit. So, would you speak in public, or do you have you spoken public?
I can speak in public, no problem.
Well, guess that. So,
I'm a very like people's person.
so it doesn't intimidate you before that. Okay, so tell me how you get used to doing that. 'Cause I'm intimidated.
I don't really get used to
Okay,
it. I
just
kind
do
of
it.
just do it.
Okay, that's probably the best advice you can get because otherwise you start overthinking it. So,
I get that from some of my family members because a lot of my family they are like people's people and they'll like go around just randomly talk. So like they can be in like a Walmart checkout line or something,
Okay.
and they'll just randomly end up in a conversation with
well,
someone.
thank you for I would break into long conversation, and one on one I don't, but speaking in front of a group or even this is recorded, so it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But you would speak in front of a group of people.
Oh yeah, I've spoken a couple of groups of people.
No, so let's see. Have your podcast, you can do your TEDx, you can do. Oh, president, what am I thinking? So, no. So, Burkhardt, what nationality is that?
Burkhardt is I believe German.
Okay, I wondered if that.
But then my grandma on my dad's side, she was Cherokee Native.
Oh, wow.
And then on my mom's side, her father was, I believe, either German or Irish, and then her mother was Hispanic.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So, no, I think the older I get, the more I find it so fascinating to look back and where you came from. So, a Cherokee. So are there any Cherokees in Nebraska?
I'm not sure about Nebraska. I think Cherokee is more of in the Dakotas.
Dakota? Okay.
I'm not sure.
I'm not
but
sure either on that. Excuse me.
all I know is there's a tribe somewhere, I think.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So, no, that's cool. And you're not afraid to talk. I like that. So, it's like, hey, Brian, do you want to take this on for me? No. But, I mean, have you always been that way?
Yeah.
So, when you were a little kid, were you
Oh,
full energy?
I was full energy.
I would
was
guess.
social, everything. When I was little, my parents they struggled to actually keep me in the house. Like it wasn't trying to get me out of the house; it was keeping me in the house because I'd either randomly end up riding around on 4-wheelers or messing with the horses or playing with the dog or
That's
something.
awesome. I love that. Because, and that's the other thing, today's kids, they don't, there's so much on their phones, and I think they're missing out on all the stuff that you did and what I did. I didn't do quite what you did, but
It's mainly, it's not necessarily like the kids that live out in the country, they can handle being off their phone because they're used to working
True.
and going hunting
True,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. It's the like more of kids that are more, they act more like city slickers than anything. Those are the ones they won't go out, do anything. Like I have a buddy that, he won't even go out and look for work because he just kind of wants to sit in his room.
so how does that work? How does that work not to look for work?
Oh, well.
Wow. And I mean, the phone is a tool. But I can't imagine that being my life. I just,
Some people make that their whole life.
and I find so many people that, they're normally before phones, they would say hello and stuff. Now they just look down at their phone when they're going by.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're missing out on so much of what's life. So,
See, with like cowboys or whatever, they're a lot different. They'll like put their phone away. They'll shake your hand like if you're a female or something. But usually if they're like meeting you, they'll take their hat off or something like that.
and that's awesome. That's the way it should be. That's life.
Yeah.
So with the other, you're missing out on what life is. I can't. I'm glad I grew up before phones. So I mean, I use a lot of my phone, but I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to show the way with your one thing, and maybe both of us. So
Well, a lot of my friends, I usually hang out with more of the people who count as cowboys, cowgirls, country people. That's most of my friend group is. We usually, if you're looking at all of us, over half of us are in jeans and boots. You rarely ever see.
hey, I think that's all right.
Than anything else. So usually people are always like, "Oh, it's a group of rednecks" or something like that.
They have no idea, and to judge you just because of what you're wearing. I get so tired of that too. And No, I mean, you guys are usually the awesome. I mean, always forgive people that aren't, but you guys are down to earth, you know, the most awesome, like you said. And people miss out on that so much because they already had that preconceived notion of what somebody's going to be like. And
Yeah, usually as soon as someone sees boots, jeans, either like most like people wear like flat bill hats, kind of like you have on.
Yep.
Either flat bill, cowboy hat, button up, t-shirt, whatever, hoodie, anything.
Yeah.
Just anything wearing boots and jeans. Most people are like, oh, they're redneck, they're
Yeah.
racist, all this and that.
oh, it's this cap. I mean, this is from Florida actually, and it's like, well, we don't wear those in Nebraska. It's like, yeah, we do have one right now.
Yeah,
it's
I,
like
I have a lot of flat bills like that. I got one that says cowpoke.
Uh-huh.
If you know what that means, it's like a lower ranking cowboy. Or
Okay.
whatever. I got one that says Mama Tried, one that says Say Howdy, Stay Rowdy.
I like it.
I got one that says Cactus Alley, Calico or whatever. There's one that says Original Ranch Rodeo and a bunch of others.
Yep.
Got a Cabela's hat, everything like
I
that.
got one of those too. Yeah. So I mean, it's too bad people judge by what you're wearing. At the very least, get to know the person. So, but everybody's like, "Well, you're from Florida." It's like there's no winter. I'd like to be from Florida.
Yeah.
so I like
No kidding.
I like being on the beach. I have no denying that. So, but I like here. I like really.
Winters here in Nebraska aren't very good.
No, that's when I want to be going to the beach.
Yeah.
So, I was down when I got this hat a couple years ago, and it's like 60 down there, and it's so cold. It's like I'm going back where it's zero.
Yeah.
So,
0 and negative.
yeah, it's like no, you guys are. But I love the beach. I'm not going to deny that. So, and everybody's like, you're in the wrong state. It's like I could travel there. I just like Central Nebraska. I like Nebraska a lot. So, actually, I like the Great Plains.
Yeah.
I think they're some of the most awesome people I've ever met anywhere. So, and I think people in Italy were awesome too, but definitely different. Awesome. But do you like to travel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, obviously Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota,
Good.
Montana, Colorado,
Wow.
Wyoming, Iowa, California, Oregon, Florida.
Nice. So, do you have a favorite state or one of those you really liked?
Well, I liked Florida due to the fact that they have a nice truck scene going on down there and everything. They usually have like really nice show trucks,
Okay,
everything like that
okay.
driving around.
No, I mean, Florida's. I like Florida. I like their governor. It was different than I thought the first time I was down there. So, Montana.
Montana ain't bad.
Okay.
It's like kind of like a cowboy territory, kind of not.
Okay. I don't think I've ever been to Montana, but I hear that it's beautiful up there.
Oh, it's nice up there.
But no, I never. So would you ever go like to Europe, or would you ever travel that far?
I prefer to stay in the U.S.
Oh, come on! I'll take you to Italy.
No, I'm good.
Nah, come on. They like to drink. You don't drink because you're not old enough. But would you drink?
Well, actually,
No more. I said I know exactly what you're saying, and I same way. You got to, especially in this area. I think probably everywhere.
there ain't too much to do here.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes you just gotta go out on the lake or
you
something.
do. There's nothing better than that, I think, too. That's for sure. So,
Just
but,
have like a group of friends out on the
Yeah.
lake fishing or
you get
something.
great memories too. Those are some of
Yeah.
the best memories you'll look back on. That's for sure. So, but
Until it gets to the point where you start texting your exes. That's what you find.
cut him off. No, that's pretty good. So, but so Brian, before we end the podcast, anything else you would like to share with the audience?
Not really, unless you got anything else you want
No,
to ask.
I mean, and thanks for doing this
Yeah.
with me. I mean, like I said, you're just easy to talk with. It's like I've known you forever. It hasn't even been that many months, really. So, and I hope, even if you leave Minden, I hope we keep in touch.
Yeah.
So, but on that, I will end the podcast. Andy,
All right.
I'll be comfy here. And thanks again. We'll talk later.